What's going on, everyone? This is CLNS Media's Patriots Postgame show alongside Marv Dazon, Mike Molyneux. Patriots keep on rolling, Marv. A victory over the Cleveland Browns at Gillette Stadium, 27-13, moving to 8-0, still undefeated on the season, 4-0 at home. This is a game, Marv, where, earlier in the season, I know we looked at the schedule. Patriots had some easy opponents early on, but this is the one game early in the beginning of the season that said, okay, I believe the Cleveland Browns had a high-powered offense. Right. This might be the game where they have some trouble. But, from the start, Patriots defense came out dominant like they have been all season. Cleveland was able to get some points on the board. But overall, the Patriots did what they usually did, held the team down for the most part, and marched on to another victory.
Yes, once again, another game where the Patriots only let up one touchdown. Baker Mayfield, 20 for 31, 194 yards for one touchdown and one interception. The game started off where you thought, here we go again, another huge blowout. From the first play of the game almost, Nick Chubb runs the ball, his own lineman kicks it out of him. And Patriots recover. Dante Hightower brings it back. Next time Cleveland goes down the field, Nick Chubb gashes the line, goes all for maybe 46 yards. Yeah. And then Jonathan Jones comes out of nowhere and hits the ball out to get the fumble recovery. It looked like the Patriots from right there on were going to take over this game, and essentially they did with a 27-13 lead. But there were some issues that the Patriots faced in this game. I know we're definitely going to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. One big piece that we want to definitely jump on when it comes to this game, the new addition of Mohamed Sanu.
Right.
Obviously, the still somewhat weird situation, Mohamed Sanu in, Josh Gordon out. Hopefully we'll get some details about that situation as in the upcoming weeks. But yes, Mohamed Sanu, new to the team. Finished the game, 5 targets, 2 receptions, 23 yards. Obviously, it's going to take some time for him to really get acclimated with the Patriots offense, the system, what Brady likes, what Josh McDaniel wants from him. But he's a veteran receiver, and you have to believe that, implementing or adding a veteran receiver to the offense can only mean a couple great things. It's not a veteran receiver who's a bum either. Mohamed Sanu is a very solid receiver, and it will take some time. But you could see that the Patriots wasted a little time in trying to get him involved.
Yeah, even in the first quarter, I believe he got 2 targets in that first quarter. The connection wasn't there yet, but let's think about the field conditions as well during this game. It was raining hard. There was times where the ball wasn't getting there. Brady, or as we all know, Romo explained it perfectly. One of the best quarterbacks when it comes to torrentious, weather or whatever it may be, he gets the ball there. If you remember that the throw he threw to Dorsett in that first quarter was amazing, right on the dime. Dorsett, another guy whose role gets a little bigger without the uncertainty, not having Josh Gordon, implementing a new receiver in Sanu. Dorsett, 3 receptions for 43 yards. He had 6 targets in this game. So, all around, it was a decent effort by the offense. I've seen some of the comments, people saying the offense sucks and everything like that. It's not the offense. It's the offensive line.
Offensive line is trash.
The offensive line was really bad in this game. At times we've been saying, okay, Brady's been off, or the receivers' lack of talent, or the running game hasn't been good. This game is solely on the offensive line. Newhouse, we've been saying Newhouse, he's doing okay.
Up and down.
He's doing okay. He's doing okay. He's trending down, down, down. This is the week where we start to find out about Isaiah Wynn. Is he going to be in practice? This is the week where we really need to start paying attention on him because he can't be the answer. Cleveland Browns, they have a respectful defense. Myles Garrett is a monster, and it seemed like they were getting at Brady at will, who got sacked 3 times for this game.
Going back to what you said about the comments, I'm seeing the comments too. Offense is struggling. Brady looks off. Excuse me. I've said this many times over and over again. It doesn't matter how great of a quarterback you are. Brady, Rodgers, Brees, whoever. If your offensive line sucks and you continue to get pressured and you don't have time, you're going to be off. Right. That's just what it is. Doesn't matter how great of a quarterback you are. how pretty your passes is, how accurate you are. If there's pressure, it's going to be a rough day for the quarterback. And we can see it here. Some of the comments are saying, yeah, Brady looks off. He looks off because he doesn't have the time that he probably would prefer in the pocket, or some of the time, earlier in the season.
I wouldn't even say Brady looked off today. I would disagree with that. Brady looked good.
Brady one of the comments believe Brady's off. That's why I'm saying it's not Brady.
Right.
It's not really Brady. But if he's getting rushed in the pocket, he has to throw on a run, and he's might be seeing ghosts. Word to Sam Darnold, it's going to be tough for him for sure. But when I really look at this offense overall, yes, hopefully N'Keal Harry is back. One thing for sure that you want is health. Edelman, once again, leading the charge, 8 receptions on 11 targets, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. You're going to need him.
Edelman he's having a great season.
He's having a great season. I know you talked about some of the drops that he's had, but for the most part, he's been a solid receiver all season long. Brady's, number one option. But you're going to need him to stay healthy for sure. James White stepping up, 4 receptions, 75 yards. These are guys who Brady relies upon. Obviously, again, uncertainty, Sanu trying to get acclimated. Josh Gordon is looking like he's out the window. You're going to probably want to see if you can work N'Keal Harry into the mix. I think that it's going to have to come a point where Patriots are going to have to be set on these weapons that they have, believe that they'll stay healthy. Obviously you want guys to stay healthy and push forward through the rest of the season with this current offense.
I liked what I saw from Sony Michel this game. 21 carries, 74 yards, no touchdowns, especially in the first half. It looked like he was really, pushing the tempo. Obviously, you knew that they were going to run the ball a lot when you look at the weather here. And there was a play specifically that it was, I believe it was in the third quarter. I may be wrong. It was just a third and 1, and one of the defensive linemen got to Sony Michel real quick, and it was like a trip tackle that he could have got Sony Michel, and Sony tripped, but he still was able to gather and get that first down, and that's something we haven't really seen for Sony. Sometimes, breaking tackles, it has not been his greatest thing, especially those little ticky-tack tackles when they get you by the leg, and you could see that Sony Michel, that he had that balance to go and stretch out and get that first down, and that was something that really stuck out for me there. James White, what can we say about this guy? He's Mr. Consistent.
Love James White, man.
Second in receiving yards next to Julian Edelman. Edelman has 78 yards. James White, 75. 4 receptions for 75 yards. Obviously, we think about the screen pass that he had that went for almost 60 yards right there. And he has some bursts of speed on that pass right there. So, bringing in Rex is really good as well. He had a solid start to the season. Implement him because we all know when you have Rex Burkhead on this team, there's no guarantee how long he could stay.
Exactly.
That boy is fragile as hell. Someone asked about Sanu. How did we think he looked? I thought Sanu looked all right. Seeing him in motions and in blocking packages as well, that already tells me he's already understanding the offensive package already. So that was a good sign for me.
Yeah, again. Obviously, a lot of hype with getting N'Keal Harry back, but if you have a veteran receiver in there, it makes it a little bit easier, get him acclimated. Someone who's been around the league, been around the lingo for a long time. It'll take Sanu not too long to really be a huge part of this offense. On the defensive side, though, Jamie Collins balled out.
Yeah.
Finished the game with 12
revenge game,
13 total tackles. A tackle for a loss, a sack and a half. I think he combined with for a sack with Chase Winovich. But yeah, revenge game, and another game where this defense in general just looked like a team where, and like I said at the beginning of the show, this quite possibly, I understand the season that the Browns are having, but quite possibly the best offensive team they faced. Chubb is a solid running back. You saw the numbers he put up today, 20 carries, 131 yards. They have Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham, big-time receivers. It was a little bit of a test for the Patriots. I'll say that. When you have the guys who can make plays like the Browns have, but it's just the Browns, Baker Mayfield, it's not clicking for them right now. So obviously the Patriots have a game here where they get a victory and a huge defensive performance against a team that's struggling.
Right. And look, we look at the score, 27-13. Chubb doesn't fumble those 2 balls to begin the game, we're talking about a different ball game here. The defensive line. This is the first game where we finally seen, okay, the Patriots defense. There was something that wasn't spectacular. Defensive line and the run defense. They got exposed today. Nick Chubb was able to do whatever he wanted on the field once he stopped fumbling, obviously, in the first quarter. Nick Chubb had a great game, 20 carries for 131 yards. And, Cleveland Browns, Kitchens, they're a bunch of dummies because I would have just kept feeding Nick Chubb. There's no reason why Sony Michel, you wouldn't even know it, but Sony Michel outcarried Nick Chubb in this game. Which makes
by a carry, but by one carry.
But Nick Chubb should have had 25 to 30 carries, and he was balling nonstop. And Nick Chubb's a guy who you can also, throw the ball to. They just weren't using their skill sets. Kitchens was making some questionable calls as well. Baker Mayfield, I know a lot of people want to get at him. He looked decent. He looked decent in the game. When he had time to throw the ball, he was finding the receivers. They were finding lanes to get open. It was not like the Patriots defense was almighty and stopping them. They had a great game plan. They stopped the Browns on third downs when they needed to. But they were all right. But it was good to see him. Other times, Baker Mayfield getting sacked 5 times.
5 times, yeah.
Getting sacked 5 times, putting the pressure on him. He wasn't seeing no ghosts like Darnold. But
he's a better quarterback than Darnold.
He's way better quarterback than Darnold, clearly. But 13 points, another week where 13 points seems like a lot now here in New England.
I mean,
letting up that much.
You see Patriots give up 13 points, because they're used to these performances, or they're either shutting out opponents or maybe holding them to 3 or 7 points. But I mean, when I look at the Browns, I know we want to continue talking about the Patriots a little bit, but just to talk about the Browns, there's no reason why this team should be struggling this bad with the talent. I believe Baker Mayfield is a great quarterback. And Nick Chubb.
He's okay.
Nick Chubb is a pretty solid running back, as you can see from the performance he had today. Landry, Odell Beckham, 2 guys who can be at the top of their game, top receivers in the league. To me, it's the coaching. Their coaching over there needs a complete overhaul. I think.
Yeah, Kitchens is not ready.
Kitchens not the guy to do it. I don't know the name of their offensive coordinator, but I feel as if the Browns, and I know Browns have the stigma of being a sucky team. My dad calls them the Burgermeisers for whatever reason. I don't know. But I feel as if they were able to switch some things around in terms of coaching, that team should be much better than they are this current season. I mean, I know from the talk, and their record sits at 2-5 right now. They're not completely out of the picture when it comes to playoffs and whatnot. I think they showed their schedule. They have a lot of divisional games left.
Right.
So, I mean, the season's still right there in the palm of their hands, but I do believe they should be better than their record shows, in my opinion.
Cleveland Browns have shown today why they are what their record is. Bad coaching, a lot of turnovers. That's what the Cleveland Browns are, and they're not going to, and they're undisciplined. They had a lot of penalties in this game. And with those 3 things right there, I just said, Mike, you're not going to win many football games. It doesn't matter what your talent is. If you're undisciplined, you turn the ball over, and you I can't remember what I even said in the bad coaching. You have all 3 of those, you're not making the playoffs. And that's what the Browns have. They are who I thought they were.
Now, one guy who clearly struggled today, probably obviously due to the weather, Mike Nugent, 2 for 4 on his field goals.
He's not a good kicker. It's not today. It's not because of the weather. Mike Nugent is not a great kicker. That's why you see them go for 4th down so many times. He's not a good kicker, Mike.
He's been decent.
He's not even decent. He's a subpar kicker.
Let's see, 75% on the season in field goal percentage, which is 75% is not that great.
Stop.
I'm trying to. Maybe it's just me because I think anybody's better than Gostkowski.
You're crazy.
But Nugent struggled. I saw in the comments people think the whole kicking operation is just it's pretty bad right now between the kicking and the holding. And that's the area you usually think the Patriots have locked up. It's the little things that you think the Patriots don't really have to worry about. But here's an area of of the game that's been kind of a struggle all season, whether it's been Gostkowski early on, whether it's been Nugent now, whether it's been the holders or whatnot. Luckily, the offense is the offense and the defense is the defense. Right. So that's not something that really, really becomes a huge issue for the Patriots throughout the season.
Right, man. Like I mentioned earlier, you're seeing the Patriots go for fourth down so much because when you trust your defense, mm-hmm. even if you don't convert, and the kicking game is just not there. One of the kicks got blocked in this game is because Nugent just froze for like 1 second before he went out there to kick the ball. So you're like, what the hell is really going on with these guys? But I'm not too concerned about the kicking game right now. I mean, it hasn't really caused it, right? Yeah. It hasn't bit us in the ass yet, because of the 2 missed kicks or whatnot, because of how crazy this defense has been and the defense scoring and defense causing turnover. And then at the end of the day, you still have Tom Brady and the Patriots. I got to get the number. I don't have it in front of me right now. They're converting fourth downs at a pretty good clip at the moment. It's not like they're going to fourth down and, oh my God, they're not making it. There was a 4th and 7. Brady hit Edelman right away and they converted. So Patriots offense also have confidence when they're in fourth down that they are going to complete the play.
So another thing we want to shout out here for sure, Bill Belichick reaches career win number 300.
300 is special, man.
300, shout out to Bill Belichick reaching that. Excuse me, I think, it's a real testament to just how successful he has been as a coach in the league and how successful he's been as a coach with the New England Patriots and the success he's had over the years. Because, the majority of those wins are coming from his time as the New England Patriots head coach. But definitely shout out to him and reaching that milestone for sure.
So a couple people have things to say here. Travis, talking about Matthew Slater being a wide receiver. Travis, as you could tell right now, my voice, I'm not feeling too well. So I can't scream, I can't yell, I can't give you the energy that you were trying to get out of me. So I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to ignore it.
Travis, listen. Matthew Slater's a Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer, not just the Patriots Hall of Famer. He'll be in Canton one day. But him and receiving, let's just let that one go.
Mike, you lucky I don't have the energy to yell right now either. You guys want to get me on a bad day, I understand. Moving on to another comment here. Clifton says, I think we should start talking about 16-0, Mike. Nice statement. Don't you think, Marv? Listen.
16-0 is around, hey, you halfway there right now.
Listen. Okay, we are 8-0, right?
Yeah.
And prior to when you was bugging me about 16-0, when we were 1-0, 2-0, I told you what, wait till like 7-0, 8-0, and then I'll start listening. I'm listening. Mm-hmm. I can listen now. Uh-huh. I won't say a damn thing about 16-0 until I see how the Patriots play against the Baltimore Ravens. A real test, a real winning team, I believe, in my eyes.
So if they beat the Baltimore Ravens,
how they beat the Baltimore Ravens.
How they beat them all now. If they, whatever. If that's a win.
Right. I will start entertaining y'all conversation.
You're not entertaining it right now.
I'm listening,
You're
but
listening.
I'm not entertaining.
What's the next level past entertaining?
Listen, Mike, let's not get crazy. When you're in trouble and your parents are in the room, you're listening at the door. That's where I'm at. I'm at the door right now. I'm hearing it, but I haven't entered yet. I haven't entered the party.
All right. I'm chugging along. I like the momentum behind the undefeated season. The difference between 2019 momentum and the momentum from the 2007 season, if 2007, if they lost, I would have been heartbroken. If they lost to like week 10, I would have been heartbroken. Oh, the undefeated season no more. Oh, damn. Oh. Now, if they lose, I'm going to accept it and I'll quickly move on because there's bigger things to worry about as you move forward in the season instead of one loss week 10 to whoever they face. I won't let it get to me if that were to happen. I think that's the difference between me now and back then. But I'm going to believe that it's quite possible that an undefeated season could happen.
19-0. That's what you guys are saying.
If there's a team to do it, it's the New England Patriots. Obviously, this team right now has a lot of question marks, but then you look around the rest of the league and you're like, who is really that much better than the Patriots? Don't even look at the NFC. Look at the AFC. The Ravens are right now probably the biggest threat in your opinion.
Ravens not in the biggest threat, but they're the best threat that
on
they're
the
schedule that they're going to face. And I would really like to see, them go up against a mobile quarterback in Lamar Jackson. We saw what Nick Chubb can do. Mark Ingram is capable of doing the same thing. Let's see how did they stop that. They are way better coached than the Cleveland Browns with Harbaugh over there. They're way more disciplined. So I would like to see that test before I start chatting about some damn 16-0.
So yeah, it's going to be a huge test for sure when the Patriots take on the Ravens Sunday Night Football. 8:20 start time in Baltimore too. Do you think that plays a big part in the fact that they're on the road?
Makes me even more excited for the game. Travel out there, see how you can play against Baltimore Ravens. We all believe that they should win. How do you win? Do you make that a statement game?
I see in the comments, they're talking about guys coming back on moves that the Patriots need to make.
Right.
TB12 is God says, don't think the Patriots need to make any more moves. Just get Wynn and Harry coming back, and that'll be the juice the offense needs. Obviously, Wynn is huge. N'Keal Harry, yes. Add him to the offense. Give Brady more weapons. Sure, that's always great. But those weapons don't matter if Brady doesn't have the proper protection. And I mean, am I one to really sit here and believe that Isaiah Wynn is going to be some kind of savior on the offensive line? I think at this point, hopefully he's better than Newhouse.
Yeah.
That's all you can really ask for.
It's not too hard right now the way he's been performing. And then not having Shaq Mason, Mason and having Forensen, you saw that get exposed. Cannon, he played very well. He had a good game. He had a great block on one of the Brady touchdowns there. So, just getting everyone back, having that continuity on the offensive line is huge right now.
Yeah, and you want to make sure, again, that's something that's going to be huge. You just hope that these guys can all just stay healthy, especially, guys coming back from injury. Health is what's going to be important for this team. I've said it. I don't see another team really defeating the Patriots. It's the Patriots defeating the Patriots. And that's if they have miscues on the field, or injuries really take a toll on them. That's the only thing I really see stopping this, Patriots team from having another successful season. Our guy, Eric, is saying that the Patriots need a kicker.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it earlier. Nugent is not great. He's not someone that once it gets past the 45-yard mark, maybe the 42-yard mark, Patriots are like, maybe we should try to go for it, because he's not someone who's accurate at the moment right now. We thought he'd be a little better than he is right now. He's not that great. So, are they going to make another move for kicker? I doubt it. I think this is what you're going to get from him all year. You just got to hope that this offense can put him in good positions to make shorter field goals.
Shout out to Lagos, Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
Hey, appreciate you for tuning in, sharing in the comments. But yeah, when I look at this Patriots team, man, the kicker, the defense and offense, I think, really trumped that. Not having a really accurate, reliable kicker is one thing, but the fact that Brady can possibly go out there and put points on the board, and then this defense can possibly get us 7 to 14.
That's crazy.
7 to 14 points is coming from your defense each game. That's what it seems like.
Putting you in good position to score anytime with the field position.
So, let's move on here.
Oh yeah, man.
There's a lot of things we can talk about for sure, but we want to get to this portion of the show, which is called the Stars and Sorries of the Game. Please shout us out in the comments if you have any stars from this game.
You know the drill.
If you have any sorrows for this game, let us know for sure. Let's kick it off with some stars, though. Marv, you have anybody who you want to shout out and give them a double M Patriots post game star of the game?
Oh, Star of the game has to go to Jonathan Jones. He made, an incredible play. Nick Chubb, I explained it earlier, Nick Chubb gashes that line, goes for 40-something yards, and he thinks he got a touchdown. He thinks it's glory days ahead. Cleveland are going to win, like Jarvis Landry has said. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Jonathan Jones comes, cocked up, fist up, bangs the ball out, fumble, Patriots recover. And then from there, you could really tell that, okay, Patriots are going to take control of this game. It has to go to my guy, Jonathan Jones.
All right, Jonathan Jones for sure. Seeing in the comments, Ben Watson. Ben Watson deserves a star of the game. Let's see his stats here.
Watson, huh?
1 reception for 26
That
yards.
was a crazy catch. That catch down that Brady threw to Ben Watson, I had no idea that it was Ben Watson who caught it, because I said that's 84, but that does not look like Ben Watson. It was a very athletic catch for an old guy right there. So I like that. That's why you're giving Ben Watson it, and obviously for helping out with the run blocking as well.
Yeah, man. Let's see who else here. I already see some stories coming in for sure. One guy who definitely deserves a star, someone we already talked about earlier in the show, but again, Bill Belichick, win number 300, continuing to just be one of the greatest, if not the greatest coaches, NFL coach, head coach to ever be a part of the game. Shout out to him. He definitely deserves a star. But if there's anybody else, I want to give a star to someone who I also mentioned earlier in the show, Jamie Collins. Revenge game, 13 total tackles, tackle for a loss. He got 2 hits on the quarterback as well, also combined for a sack. I think anytime you're going against a former team, you want to play your best. It looks like Jamie Collins had that exactly on his mind. So he definitely gets a star of the game from me.
Comments have Jamie Collins. A couple of guys. Clifton says the defense, of course. Mohamed Sanu as a new New England Patriot, and Bill Belichick. Also, we have Hightower from Celtic Bird, calling him a star. Hightower, another guy who had a great game from recovery. James White for what we mentioned earlier, that screen pass.
Yes.
Taking that for almost 60 yards as a star. So thank you guys for bringing in your stars of the game.
But when there's the good,
there's the bad.
And when you're bad on this show right here, we tell you sorry. So let us know. I seen a couple comments coming in. Mike Nugent. Yeah.
You get that? Dude, a freaking sorry, Mike. I want to hear you say.
It was the conditions.
Mike, I want to hear you say.
On behalf of the people in the chat who gave Mike Nugent a sorry.
You're not slick. You're not slick.
On behalf of the people,
on behalf of the Patriots post-game show,
on behalf of the followers, the viewers, the listeners of the Patriots post-game show, I will, relay your message to Mike Nugent, and from you guys, we'll give Mike Nugent a big fat sorry. Wasn't a good game. Newhouse.
That's what they're giving. Newhouse. Yeah, Newhouse was trash, man. Newhouse was not. This was a very bad game for Newhouse. Like I said, this is, Cleveland's defense is not, it's not bad. They have a really good defense there. They have a good line, and we saw if you have a good line, this offensive line is not able to stop them whatsoever. Brady got pressured way too many times. Newhouse got exposed bad on TV. We all seen it. So.
You know what's interesting? If you're a sucky offensive lineman and you're constantly just letting guys knock you over, get past you, hit the quarterback, I wonder what that interaction is like between the offensive lineman and the quarterback after the game.
Not just any quarterback.
Tom Brady. You walk in the locker room, hey Brady, man, I'm sorry, I don't know, came up there, so sorry. Well, I wonder what does Brady say back to him.
I don't think Brady says too much. Brady's had some bad lines in his.
Get him next time. Sorry, man. We'll get him next time. Just be ready to go. Ready to go next time. I don't know. Back to Brady, in Brady's mind, he's probably like, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
You better block them dudes. You can't be beat up out here. But, yeah. Jarvis Landry from Clifton gets a sorry of the game. He was talking some mess.
For chatting. That's a good one.
I think some of these guys, you just got to learn to just keep your mouth shut when you're going up against the Patriots. Obviously, yes, if you beat the Patriots, it's a big win. For some of these sucky bum players in the league, probably one of the biggest wins of their career to say you beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
Especially if you beat them at Gillette. That's huge. That's something, you gotta
tell your kids about.
Tell you, I beat the Patriots in Gillette Stadium. It's a big. I beat Tom Brady, Bill Belichick in Gillette Stadium. It's huge. Some of these guys talk, and their mouth can't write checks. Their hands can't cash. Is that the same?
Say it one more time.
Their mouth can't write checks. Their hands can't cash. Something like that.
You butchered it. I think you butchered it. It don't sound too pleasing to my ears right now.
Something like that. Something can't cash the checks and cash.
Someone in the chat will correct you.
Someone in the chat, please.
That didn't sound.
Tell me the same, because I'm mixing it up right here.
That didn't sound too nice.
Yo, you can't cash the checks in the bank.
Stop it. Stop it. It's getting worse. Now you just stop it. Who's your sorry?
My sorry. Damn. When I think about this game, I talked about, and I agree, someone said in the chat too, Kitchens.
That's mine.
Kitchens and the whole coaching staff, maybe even the GM too, because you got this talented team who we all know is talented. I believe Baker Mayfield is a talented quarterback. But they just have a sorry coaching staff. And because of that, they deserve a sorry from us here on the postgame show.
Yeah. Just to add on to it, because I have the same sorry with Freddie Kitchens. Let's break down the talent. Let's look at I'm sorry for my voice, guys. I'm sorry. Let's break down the talent. You have Baker Mayfield, who Mike believes is a good quarterback. He's okay to me. You have Nick Chubb, who's a good running back. You have Odell Beckham. You have Jarvis Landry.
And they're best friends too. Adds to the chemistry.
You got Ward. Ward as a corner, I think, is very talented. You have Myles Garrett, who's playing as one of the best defensive linemen in the game that we have now. You give this team to anybody else, move the location, change the damn colors of that uniform, put another coach. That team is not no 2-6 or whatever they are, right? 2-5 right now.
It's the coaching. It really is the coaching.
It's the coaching. It's the place where they're at.
I think it's just bad luck as a Cleveland player on the Cleveland Browns. Just bad luck.
It's just it can't
bad juju.
It's bad juju. Shout out to Smith-Schuster.
Hey, Travis Scott believes, Marv, that if you cut your hair, shaved, and threw some glasses on, you'd probably look like Matthew Slater.
What'd he say? If Marv got a haircut, shaved, and put some glasses on, he looked exactly. Travis, you talking all this? I can't say.
Hey man, come on, family-friendly show.
You're talking a lot right now because my voice is messed up. That's what you're doing. I want to yell at you, but I can't. It's all good though. I don't look like no damn Matthew Slater. Stop it.
Oh, man.
I'm not saying nothing wrong with how Matthew Slater looks, but you guys gotta stop.
Look, man, gave out our stars, gave out our sorries. Definitely recap this Browns Patriots matchup. Shout out to the Patriots for.
Did you see what someone said about
who?
About your comment?
What they say?
I don't know if it's right though. It said your mouth writes checks that your ass can't cash. Limp Bizkit.
That sound.
Let me say it one more time. Your mouth writes checks. Yeah, that sounds right. Your mouth writes checks that your ass can't cash.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You didn't say that.
What I say? What I say? Look,
you didn't say that.
I said something along those lines.
You didn't say that.
Anyways, Patriots moved to 8-0 on the season, still undefeated on the season, undefeated at home in Gillette Stadium.
Yes.
Moving on to next week, they'll be taking on the Baltimore Ravens, who Mark thinks is possibly the biggest matchup on the season.
Someone on the chat saying that they are a Raven fan and they're looking forward to this game. I've been looking forward to this game for a while. I'm a big fan of Lamar Jackson. I like the Ravens team in general, and I'm really excited for the Patriots, going forward up to this. So, yeah. I'm excited for this game.
It's a big game. Make sure you guys tune in. I, unfortunately, won't be a part of the post-game show that Sunday night. My sister, my lovely sister, is getting married.
Congratulations.
I am a groomsman in the wedding, so I'll be away celebrating that monumentous moment in her life. And I'll be missing the game too. I'll be checking it on my phone, but I won't be watching the game. You know, family comes before the Patriots.
Definitely, man. Congratulations to your sister.
Appreciate it.
So I guess that means
check this guy out right here.
It's gonna be us. It's gonna be us, and that
Travis, come take my spot. You can sit here.
No. Hell no, Travis, don't do that.
We taking up somebody to fill in for Mr. Mike Nice next week on the show. Travis might be the guy to do it. We'll see.
I'm gonna need you guys next week. You know, fill in the comments. We're gonna have a great
conversation.
While Mike, you know, he's doing his 1-2 steps on the dance floor.
Find me a nice little bridesmaid and do a little.
Oh yeah, a little shimmy, y'all.
You know, a little something like an open bar too.
Open bar? What's your favorite drink?
Water. Open bar for the water.
Lying mothers. Watch your mouth.
Oh man. Hey, this has been the Patriots Postgame Show, powered by the CLNS Media Network. Again, tune in next week following the game where Marv will be live. Follow us on Twitter. Check out the Double M Show. Check out the Patriots Roundtable. We're all over all of that content.
What's the Double M Show?
Double M Show, that's when the sports, media, entertainment, music, urban culture all collides into one. And we have plenty of great discussions surrounding all of those areas. Make sure you guys check in on that show as well with Marv and myself. Yeah,
that's it, guys. Thank you guys once again for being in the chat from wherever you guys are from. We love it, man. We got people from Lagos, saw someone from Cincinnati checking in, and all of the ones who always are here every week. Don't think we don't see y'all. We see y'all. We appreciate you guys. So all love, take care, and we out.